I did start really forming this entrepreneurial streak really early in my adolescence, and was just always interested in making money myself. And so, from kind of my first adventure, we lived in this subdivision in Minneapolis, in this community called Lakeville, and about only 2/3 of the neighborhood was built. There were all these empty kind of lots everywhere. So there's always construction workers in the neighborhood. And I kind of led this initiative. We literally built like a store on a radio flyer wagon with a cooler, with shelves. And my friends and I would steal all of this, like cold soda, popsicles, candy, snacks from our houses. And we'd go around and like sell like cold pop and popsicles to construction workers working out like under the hot Minnesota sun. It lasted a few weeks. Until all of our parents realized what we were doing. It was super profitable. But
cost of goods was pretty low, huh?
Yeah, really low. And so, I had a ton of things like that. Even in middle school, I got into magic tricks and had a business partner, my friend Sean, in the 7th grade. And he and I built like a little magic partnership, and we were doing birthday parties and stage shows, like had animals that we were doing it with. Yeah. So,
what was the grand finale trick?
We would often make birds appear or disappear. We also had a bunny that we'd make, but we had this enormous box. I forget what it was called. It was like a locked giant treasure chest, and we would switch between. You'd throw up a curtain in the air, and when the curtain dropped, the person that was locked in the box would change. And so, it was this wasn't impressive. A small show.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I'm thinking there's like a Joe DeLoss charity magic show at Gravity that's happening in the future. But I love it. So, and how old are you when you're doing this?
Yeah, middle school.
Yeah,
7th grade.
And
Big Kids with Little Illusions, or Little Kids with Big Illusions was the name of our act.
That's great. I love it. Do you guys do you remember kind of like what you were thinking by starting these, early businesses? Were you thinking about money? What was it that kind of has you, kind of feeling connected to being an entrepreneur at a young age?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it was the freedom of earning income to buy the things that we wanted, and we were, especially I had this like relatively charmed suburban life, and so it's not like I didn't want for much, but had parents that were always, if I wanted a new bike, I was going to pay for half of it. If I wanted, so there was this idea, this kind of like work ethic built in that you're going to have to take ownership of these things you say you want. And so a lot of it was for things like that. I remember the first kind of nice BMX bike I bought. I rolled into the bike shop with probably $90 in quarters and change, and had parents that were willing to sit there and watch me count and count change on the counter of a bike shop and pay the rest. And so that, I think it was always just that sense of ownership of if I want something, I can earn it myself.